Everybody who is watching me get air in my tire as a woman, letting me do this by myself is crazy.
I'm about sick of this. Ladies, what do y'all want?
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
Seriously, because some of you ladies are sending more mixed messages than those people who be faking sign language on national TV.
But it turns out much of what she was signing was nonsense.
What is it that you want? 1 minute you're an independent woman and you don't need a man. The next minute you're whining about putting air in your tire. I keep saying this, but y'all don't want to hear me. A lot of the issues that you guys have with men not doing this or not doing that goes back to you. You are the culprit. The young lady said the fact that she has to put air in her tire is crazy. And I am saying because of you women, it is no longer crazy, it's just normal.
I feel like a lot of men think that they are it. They are the prize. They have to get chose. They can make the decisions. It's them.
Well, if they're getting
what we do,
if they're getting chose, then I don't see how their reality tells them that's what it is.
right? But they think that 5 girls, women, whatever, choosing them is they're top. They're him. That's it. But that's not really.
The reason why a man would think that, like say 5 beautiful women want him, you know how choosy women are.
Yes.
So if 5 choosy women choose on one guy,
then he gotta tell 4 of them, all right, I'm good, I got 1. The thing
But how is that?
They're gonna choose all 5. That's
Yeah,
my
'cause
point. Men are gonna choose all 5.
because that's how we're wired to be.
Yeah, but for what? Why?
But what if all 5 girls is giving him the same thing? What if one of them aren't sticking out?
You have to pick. This isn't polygamy.
But look. When a woman's being wined and dined by multiple men at the same time, does she have to pick? Or does she have the right to allow all those men to prove themselves?
Okay.
You gotta say yes or no.
Okay. I'm gonna let you answer that. Go over there real quick. Okay. I'm not gonna hold you.
Now, the simple way to handle this was just to say, I was wrong. You are correct. I need to reevaluate my thought process on that. Maybe I was being hypocritical. I didn't think this all the way out. There's so many things she could have said that would have been just fine. But instead, she shoved the question over to her friend because she didn't want to deal with it. She would rather just not answer it or just fade to black instead of just saying, you know what, maybe I was wrong. And we all know that women have a problem with accountability. That's nothing new. But to me, it's just weird because I believe people would have had way more respect for her in that moment if she would have just said, maybe I was wrong. But some of them just can't do it. It's impossible. Now, do I agree with everything the man said? No, I don't. I don't believe it's in every man's nature to want to have 5 women around him. I don't think that's the case. Some of us men barely want to deal with one of them. But I do agree with the fact that if you are a man and you get a lot of women and women are always choosing you and women are always coming to you and women are always throwing it at you, you will start to think you're the prize. But we all know that's only maybe the top 10% of men who are getting that treatment. The other 90% ain't getting nothing like that, which goes back to what the girl was trying to say, which to me tells me a lot about this whole scenario. Every time I hear a woman come on here talking about men think they're the prize, they want you to do this, they want you to do that, that always makes me believe that they are dealing with certain type of men, the top 10% men, because those men will treat you that way. Those men on top, you do have to call them multiple times. They want you to come across the room and talk to them. They want you to be the one setting it off like Boosie. But the other 90% of men, they're not really expecting that. So anytime I hear a woman say that, it always lets me know that she's only trying to deal with the top 10% of men, which I always say is a mistake. Because in most situations, those men on the top, they're not going to do the same things that all the other men will do. And that's the part that these women don't understand. They want the man on the top to act like the men all the way on the bottom. And that's just not going to happen. This is why I always say they're all out here trying to date this fantasy man, or they're living like Willy Wonka said, in a world of pure imagination. Because that man just doesn't exist. There's 1 or 2 of them out there, but that's about it. But the whole point is there's no issue with being wrong. Everybody's wrong at some point. Ladies, I need y'all to get out of this thing when you believe you can't be wrong, or it's just so hard to say you're wrong. It is crazy, and it makes dating so much harder because men don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with it. So get it together, ladies.
Oh my gosh, let's try to get this guy.
Hi, how are you? Are you busy right now? Because we have 2 girls on the bus today and we were wondering if you were free and wanted to come have some fun with us.
It's a trap! Get out of there!
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
Aw. Alright, are you sure? We can deliver your package.
No!
Or you could deliver your package on the bus over here.
Nasty.
No? Okay. Oh, we try. Have a good day.
Wipe that nigga. I like him.
We must stay focused, brothers.
Now, I know some people looked at this and thought this was a tough decision for that man to make, but it really wasn't. To a smart black man, this was not a hard decision at all. Getting in a van with 3 strange white women is not a good idea. You're either going to end up on the 11 o'clock news, Pornhub, a jail cell, or a hospital with a severe case of the cooties. And none of those are good options. And what kind of an idiot is going to risk his good paying job to get in a van with 3 strange white women to get his rocks off? But you had fun, so I guess it's all good. Nah, your boy did the right thing, and the girls wasn't even all that attractive to me. The one girl looks like a blow-up doll where somebody forgot to turn off the air pump. From her cheeks, her lips, her breasts, it looks like a car had an accident and some airbags went off to me. That didn't look good, but hey, who am I to tell somebody what to do? I'm just happy this man didn't do it. Let those women go find someone else to do that with, but that ain't got nothing to do with you. So I'm proud of this brother for thinking with his big head and not his little head, because that's how you're supposed to handle a situation like this. But hey, that's just my thoughts on it. I could be wrong.
So I went to Home Depot to pick up a trash can that I ordered for my mom's bathroom. I'm currently renovating her bathroom, and as I'm walking out of Home Depot, there's a guy at the end of the line, and he's like, "You have a great day, beautiful." I turn around and smile at him and I say, "Thank you. You too, sir." I'm already at the store at this point, and he turns around and says, "Come here." So I turn around and I look at him. I say, "You come here." So he looks at me and he's like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "No, like come here real quick." So I just take I take a step forward towards him, and he's like, "My name is such and such. You're so beautiful." I'm like, "Thank you." He's like, "What's your name?" I say my name. He goes, "Take my number down." I say, "You take my number down." So he's like, "Oh, you feisty." And I'm just like, "You want my number or what?" And then he's like, "We could do this all day. Take my number down." And I said, "No, we cannot." I turned around, I said, "You have a good day, sir." And I walked in my car and drove off. What's going on, man? Like, what y'all...
Now, I want to get y'all opinion on this, but my opinion is I believe this is on Duke. This was pretty much a layup. She definitely was feeling the man because she was open to conversation with him. He just wanted everything his way like Burger King. Now, there will be some men who disagree with that. They may believe she could have did a little bit more to make that interaction work. But to me, I thought what she was saying was fair. If I'm out somewhere and someone stopped me and say, "Hey, come here." No, why don't you come here? You stop me. I got somewhere to go. I'm not walking way over there to you. You come to me. That to me seems fair. I'm not saying she couldn't have went to him, but the fair thing would be you asked me to stop, so I stopped. Now you can come to me. But that's just how I see it. As far as him not wanting to take her number down, I thought that was weird too. I get it. It's easier if she takes your number down. You ain't got to put your phone and all that. I get it. But if she says, "Well, take my number down," that to me is a simple solution. Take her number down. It's really not that hard. I don't think she was being stuck up or anything like that. It looks like she was just trying to make it easy on him. There are women out there who like men to start the process. They want him to reach out first. And that's what it seems like she was doing. She wanted him to reach out and then they can go from there. To me, that seems fair, considering he was the one who approached her. So personally, I don't think she did anything wrong. She gave him the signals that she was open to it. To me, it seems like he's one of these guys who probably get a lot of chicks, so he feels he doesn't have to work too hard for it. Or women just throw it at him, so for him, that was just doing a little too much. And that's cool too if that's how he rolled. But for an average everyday situation, I think she was correct and he was wrong in the situation. But I could be wrong. I want to know what you guys think about it. Did he fumble the bag or did she fumble the bag? Let me know what y'all think about it. Appreciate you watching the video. See you next time.